It's okay. I understand you had good reasons.
All right, so I'm here in the Hasbro booth talking about Marvel Legends with Tony and Bobby. And let's start off with perhaps the best figure you guys have put out in maybe a decade.
All right.
And let's start with Dazzler.
Wow. All right.
So I will personally say I have harassed White for the past 4 years for Dazzler.
Yep.
I was very happy to pick one up off the shelf. 2, 3 up actually. I've got one at work, I've got one at home, and I've got one that's going to turn into a first appearance Dazzler.
Incredible.
Silver jumpsuit, high heels, corded microphone.
Nice. Very nice.
We're working
Very
on that.
nice.
So let's just talk Dazzler, classic character, classic look. How do you approach that differently than when you're going off of the latest Iron Man, the newest Cap, or someone who's going to be in every third wave? How do you approach a character like Dazzler compared to a heavyweight like Iron Man?
Dwight, you want to take this one?
Sure.
You did the designs for her, so.
Well, I mean, that stuff's so much easier than the movie-based stuff. The movie-based stuff has so much more details, and the cycle that we work on timing to get these things right versus the classic is so much more crazy and crunched. Movie stuff is way harder, but Marvel will give us perfect turns of all of the stuff. So it's kind of a mixed bag. It's tougher, it takes longer, but we do get better reference in some cases. The easier part is these characters like Dazzler being a classic comic book character. It's been out there forever, so we all know what it looks like. But in some cases, we don't know what the whole thing looks like, right? There's sometimes you never get a back view of certain things.
What's the side panel look like?
So many artists draw them differently.
Right.
Yeah. So it's kind of a mixed bag because it's easier because they're usually a little bit simpler costuming, but sometimes we have to make stuff up on the classic stuff to kind of fill in some of the gaps.
And that X-Men wave in general was super strong. Like easily from start to finish, that wave, no misses, everything home run right there. So when you have, but that's got to be tough, right? X-Men, there's thousands of people who have been through the pages, right?
Of course.
How do you approach, I've got 7, 8 figures for a wave, there's 1,000 characters. How do you approach that?
Hasbro Battle Royal.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because we know everyone's wish list is very similar but also very different. And there's like our favorites, what we want to do. So a lot of times we're sitting in the office, we're bouncing ideas off each other. It's like Tony wants one figure, I want one figure, Dwight wants another figure, everyone else on the team is suggesting a different figure. And then we're trying to, look at what the fans are asking for on the message boards. And when we're here at the convention, they give us their feedback. So we have a pool of hundreds of characters, and it's very hard to kind of narrow it down. So it's kind of one of those things where, okay, we'll get this figure in here, and next time around maybe we'll get this figure in then, and we'll save them. So it's a dance, but it's hard because everyone's great. Like you want to do them all. It's like if we could just do wave after wave of X-Men all year long, we probably would. But
I would approve of that.
We'll get them out eventually. We're not saying no to any character. We love them all. We know that you guys love them all. So we're doing our best to make sure that we answer the ask.
And Dwight and Bobby always have a good mix of current and movie and old school, all those different costumes, and we try and find the right balance for them.
I mean, and that has to be a tough balance to strike now, right? With the movies, every year 2 or 3 movies, all huge.
Oh, certainly.
But there's a core base that wants classic comic characters. So satisfying those 2 customer bases, it's got to be a push and pull.
Sure. It is because it's a whole. In some cases, it's a whole different group of kids because the adult fans who have been known these characters for dozens and dozens of years is way different than the 8 to 10 to 6-year-old children that love the same characters but their movie interpretations.
Them, right?
Yeah.
And you have to get those kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
because
yeah.
Without the kids,
without the kids for the future of this all goes away.
Absolutely. So let's talk about 2 other recent releases: Sue Storm, Dark Phoenix. The heads on those 2 figures are just about perfect.
Oh, wow.
And especially if you take Dark Phoenix, stand her next to Phoenix, with any of the heads, either of the alternates, it's night and day. What's going on with the heads?
I think that's just a testament to our team just getting better as a whole. I mean, our sculpting team is constantly evolving, like we're constantly evolving. So, as you see these figures come out, they look better and better. Tony does such a great job with his hand painting application, and now our partners overseas in production are doing a better job at matching that to get it to look so perfect. So it just shows how we're just evolving for the better, because these figures are improving wave after wave.
I mean, that Dark Phoenix, that is one of the best figures I think you guys have ever put out.
Thank you.
What's your favorite head out of the three?
I kind of like the casual.
The casual. Okay.
head.
Hair down?
Yeah,
sure.
a little less angry, you know.
Yeah.
You know, after the coffee in the morning.
You got it.
I mean, it's just perfect, and it works so well on the Phoenix body. Right, so you actually can, you have like really chill Jean before she's, all Dark Phoenix. It just works so great across the board. And then that Cyclops in that same 2-pack, also amazing.
Oh, awesome.
I mean, that 2-pack was win all around. I gotta give you props on that one.
Thank you.
But let's talk some classic stuff. Toy Biz, and the Toy Biz wave that's been slowly peaking out. Across the booth. So far we've seen Punisher, we've seen Spidey, we've seen Iron Man, we've seen Cap.
Yes.
Right? So Toy Biz, 1990s, toys were totally different. You walk into a toy store and you'll see all sorts of crazy expressions of these characters. From the Toy Biz era, what's your favorite take on a character?
Wow.
My favorite Toy Biz X-Men is Senyaka.
Nice.
I don't know if you know the X-Men classic
Oh,
lines
I do.
from Toy Biz.
I do.
It's just a character that we just haven't seen often, so it's nice to have that figure from all the way back then.
Yeah.
And I've been bugging Dwight almost daily to get that in the line, and now it's on tape.
I had two from that era. When Bishop came out, because Bishop was such a cool character.
Bishop, yeah.
And then he had that feature where he could draw the gun from his back. I was like, that was so good.
That was great.
And then the Venom with the tongue that stuck out. I remember I took that Venom and I melted red crayon wax over him and made a Carnage. And that was like my first custom figure was my Carnage.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the question. Did Tony say something?
I
must have missed something. I think if you're going to look at something that we haven't yet taken a crack at,
Right.
I would go crazy. I'd go Bone Crusher.
Okay. Very good choices. I mean, the Toy Biz era, that was just so much fun.
They were really, and that was a good way to describe it. They were fun.
Right.
They were fun kids' toys that, we just loved them.
So any other eras that you might be perhaps inspired by or looking to homage in the future? Perhaps a little bit pre-Toy Biz even?
Oh, I think I know what you're getting at.
I mean, wouldn't that be a fantastic set of perhaps maybe Secret Wars inspired decos and card backs?
Interesting. Very interesting.
I think other companies have handled the Secret Wars besides us. So it's not something we're looking into immediately, but I mean we are looking at all that kind of vintage packaging and seeing where we can explore it.
Right. Yeah, but like we say many times, never say never, right?
If 2 years ago, I wouldn't think I'd be looking at Toy Biz inspired card backs in the case.
Yeah.
So it's just incredible. They are gorgeous.
Oh my God, how are you? I haven't seen you in years.
I know, but you see me now, baby.
Yeah.
I'm
All
here
right,
now.
velocity of waves. All right, so it has gotten kind of crazy as a Legends collector.
Yes.
Right? So we've had, if I remember correctly, we had the X-Men 2, Spidey Homecoming, Guardians 2, the Netflix wave, and I saw a report on here.
You the other night, man. I'm gonna call you, man. I'm gonna call you.
See, this is love in the Hasbro booth.
This is San Diego Comic-Con.
This is San Diego Comic-Con.
So yeah, and I even saw Thor Ragnarok hit some stores while I'm here. Is this how we should expect figures coming out in the near future, or is we sort of in just a super busy period with the waves really close?
Well, some of we're always working to try to figure out the best way to get the waving so that you guys have a good, constant drip, but not too much all at once. There's a lot of challenges though to the formula of so many different brands now, right? In the old days, we had Legends, one brand, it lived in one place. Now we have Avenger Legends, Guardians, and so on and so forth, like you described. Each of those has their own home in retail, and throughout the cycle of a year, retail only has a few select set dates. So if you're doing a wave 2 of something, you can wave that in whenever you want to.
Okay.
Kind of,
Yep.
all right? I'm oversimplifying
Gotcha.
this. But if you have a Spider-Man wave, and then later in the year you want an X-Men wave, and then later in the year you want a Netflix wave, and later in the year you want a Guardians wave, those are a new item that has to go onto a new spot on the shelf. Retail only sets those new
So that's
things
the
a
August
few
reset.
times. Yeah, a few times. So that's why when you get like Thor and Netflix, which are new for the year, they're both going to hit around the same time. We're always looking to improve it, but if that helps explain a little bit why sometimes things seem like they're too much too soon, or why is there such a long drought?
So it's all tied to the retail, basically refresh schedule. Largely.
That's a big part of it. Yes.
Okay. So we have the panel at 5 o'clock today.
Yep.
And you've already shown Black Widow on a motorcycle and Ghost Rider on his bike.
Yes.
All right. So those are, I believe, the first Legends vehicles that we have in the modern take, correct?
Yes.
So, any fun challenges or where anything that was just awesome about working on those pieces?
I mean, it's Ghost Rider on a motorcycle. I don't know, like, you just say that, and that's fun enough as it is. I mean, that was something we all kind of had a hand in. A lot of us worked on it because it was so awesome to be a part of that. Making sure that you guys got what you asked for, because how many times when we showed Ghost Rider on his motorcycle in the diorama, and everyone knows we got year after year. Where's his bike? Where's his bike? And finally, we're delivering Ghost Rider on the bike.
Perfect.
So
And
hopefully,
it's gorgeous. It's a great looking piece.
thanks. I'm glad you like it. Hopefully, everyone thinks the same, because everyone did such a great job working on it. The flames, the detail on the bike. Once you hold it and like put the figure on it, you'll see like how cool that motorcycle actually is.
And then I also see you've got Thor's hammer, part of the Marvel Legends roleplay line. So we had Cap's shield and Tony's helmet last year, and that super awesome metal edition of Cap's shield. This year we've got Thor's hammer, and we've got Star-Lord's helmet.
Yep.
Right, so both of those, Mjolnir has a really cool feature, right? When you whisper into it, if you're worthy.
If you are worthy, it'll show Odin's symbol, just like in the movie.
So that's really where that came from. So you were going right from, we saw this in the movie, and we want to bring
so
it home.
when I was working on this item, and we were trying to think of features for it, because we always kind of want to like one up it. Like Cap shield was just iconic and great, and Iron Man's helmet had great sound effects, and the way that the faceplate goes up and down. So when doing Mjolnir, I was like, okay, well, what can we do? We have thunder and lightning inside with a motion activator, but then I saw that scene in Thor 1 where he banishes Thor and he speaks, the phrase into the hammer, and then his symbol appeared, and then he throws it down the wormhole. And I was like, how can we do that? And we got with our electronics team, and we got some good voice recognition in here, so that when you say it, if you're worthy, you'll see it.
But no wormholes.
What was that? No wormholes.
No wormhole making?
No wormholes.
All right.
We're working on it.
All right, fantastic. All right, well, I appreciate you guys taking the time. Another great set of reveals. I can't wait until the panel, because you'll probably blow my mind at 5, and then I'll have another list of questions to ask. But yeah, thank you guys so much for your time.
Thank
We'll
you.
be here tomorrow, so you come on back.
All right.
Thank you.